Hello, guys. Welcome. I'm checking and seeing what's going on to make sure everything's fine. Welcome. This is New Moon. Are we excited? Should be excited. For those of you that are brand new, my name is Patty. I am a very highly intuitive person, I guess that's what they call me. But I also do astrology and numerology, and of course tarot. So here I'm due to the new moon in Virgo on here August 27th, 2022. But I'm also going to share inspiration and insight of what's going on, not only in all signs, but I'll go ahead and then go through each sign: water, fire, air, and earth. And we'll see what's going on with you with this new moon. I'm going to tell you, though, there's a lot of exciting things with a new moon in Virgo, um, because it is a time of, and the new moon's great because there's a time of abundance. There's a time to inspire, time to plant the seed. It's like at the beginning of a new um, cycle, kind of a thing. That's what the new moon is about. And so we're going to see what is going to go on here for the next maybe week. These energies always start about 3 days before the full moon or new moon, and then they go for about 3 days after, because we got planets all intertwining in there. I'm going to go through just a really quick, I'm not going to go into all the planets like I usually do, because everybody wants to see the reading. So just know that Saturn is really coming into place around the 28th, which is trying to bring some structure and everything. The theme for this month and with this new moon is you're sort of expected, you're getting unexpected energies, excitement kind of a thing. It's like, yes, it's going to happen. And then all of a sudden it's like breakthrough, and then it stops. So it's sort of like you hit a wall, like you're just excited and you really want to go. And then all of a sudden you're like, really? Did this really have to happen now? So it's sort of, I call it taking the air out of your balloon kind of a thing. So this is the theme of the month. However, with the new moon, that means it's new planting, new seeds, new energies that are coming through, trying to inspire you. That's that excitement, that breakthrough. And then Uranus comes through and hits you on the wall. The reason why I call it Uranus, is doing that is because it's showing you, is it fact? Is it fantasy? Is it a realistic goal? Is it a realistic thing that I want to do? And then it sort of backs you up and said, okay, let's look at this and say, I need to analyze, is this really what I want? Is this really where I want to go? Is it fact or is it fantasy? So that's sort of that breakthrough, hit the wall, breakthrough, hit the wall kind of moment. Stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. It's that go moment. Yes, I really want to do this. Let's think this through. Or did I think it through? And so if you didn't think things through, then that's where that stop comes. So let's get into the reading right away, and see what is going on. We've got some things happening with the moon in Libra coming up. Sun, Venus, and Mercury is going to be in Libra also coming up. That is going to create a different type of energy marching into the future. You're going to be sort of like going into the future, but you're going to be thinking the things in the past that were good that might have helped you get there. So those are kind of things that are going to happen with the new moon as well. There's a lot of quincunxes and half squares going on up there. We are going into a retrograde, couple of retrogrades towards the end of the month. But you remember we're in that Neptune retrograde right now. And so that really affects us in all different ways, especially in our energies of positiveness, and where we're going and where we're moving forward with. All right. So I did pray before this reading. I am going to show you Divine's energy for the moon. Divine is part of the energies that we feel out there in space. But this is, again, this is a new moon energy. This is a beautiful uncaging time. This is a time where you show your authentic self, where you go for the things that you really desire and want. And that's what Divine is saying, is go for them, because that's how I created you to be. It's going to feel a little unstable at first. It might be something new that you're trying, or maybe a new relationship that you're going into. However, he's saying it's going to feel a little uncomfortable. Get out of your comfort zone because that's where you grow, because it's also the number 5. Okay. So it is going to be sort of like that novice energy, or that, like, when you're in high school, you got butterflies and all that kind of stuff, and that nervous energy, but it's a good energy. This is sometime to unlock the potentials that you have, the opportunities that you have. So I don't know what that is for you. However, there is some type of opportunity or something that's being presented or is going to be presented. Put your key in and unlock it and see where it goes. Never know, because it is uncomfortable. It's like, well, yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You have to listen to what your heart and your instincts are telling you, and what your spirit is telling you, and go from there. And this is definitely the world energy, but this is the card of, remember, we're talking about the new moon, is the chess queen. Now that's CHESS, not chest, guys. It's chess queen. That is about trust and strategizing. What was I just talking about? When you're planning to set your goal and planning to do things, you have to really look at things, analyze things, acknowledge, and say, is this good for me to move forward with, or it is not? Of course, if it's something that it's unhealthy, it's not, because this is the number 3. This is where your Virgo energy is coming in. Virgo is all about analyzing, efficiently moving forward, making things happen and move like a smooth, oiled, well-oiled machine. That is the Virgo energy. Okay. So that energy is definitely coming through with divine as well. Okay. So divine is saying you've got a goal. Don't be afraid to unlock that door. Go for it and see what is happening. Okay, because with the new moon in Virgo, lots of potential, lots of opportunity. Virgo's pretty much a loner. However, there's times where you get out and you do things by yourself. I'm not afraid to go to the movies or go out to eat and do things by myself. I've even traveled and lived in another country by myself. But the thing is that you take those opportunities, you unlock them, and you keep moving forward. Whether you're doing them alone or you're doing them with somebody, or with somebody in mind in the future, that's where you're going to look for it. We have the Emperor out as the first card, guys. That's authority. Okay. This is also that Mercury energy. We've got also Saturn setting standards and things of that nature, setting authority, setting rules and boundaries, but very good, but very wise, knowing that setting them for the future. Definitely wants to look forward to that. Oh boy, what's going on with somebody? Remember, this is for all signs, and then I will do the others. I will do each sign individually, and then I will timestamp it for later. Okay, 4, 7. So we have the Emperor first out, then we have the Two of Wands that is next. Now I find this interesting because usually the Two of Wands is looking away and looking to the future, but somebody, again, we're looking at the past a little bit. Okay, so the wands, it hasn't even started. This is sort of the seed. This is the planting. What do I want to do in the future? Where do I want to go? Who do I want to be with? That kind of thing. So it's not really planted. This is that new moon energy where we are planting the seed. We're getting ready to cultivate it, get the ground ready, make things happen. But this Two of Wands is looking to authority. So somebody's needing some reassurance, needing a sign, needing something to say, yes, go for it. Yes, that's a good idea. Or maybe somebody needs some experience and that's what they're looking towards. Should I do it now or should I wait? Again, don't walk in fear. Whatever this is for you, don't walk in fear, because when you put that key in, you can always come back and redo something. Okay, so I don't know who that's for. We have the Sun next, in the next spot. The Sun, he sort of got his back to this. So somebody is not comfortable right at the moment opening that key or starting that key, turning that key. Maybe they're turning it, but they're afraid that it's going to unlock right at the moment. Okay, so that is something that somebody is sort of fearful of. What are you afraid of? I'm not quite sure what that is, but we have the Sun. The sun is saying, go for it, go for it. This is an exciting thing. This is a very exciting thing. So I have a feeling it's probably somebody has a relationship. I also think that if somebody might be starting a new relationship, they're going back in their mind to a past relationship that somebody hurt them, somebody betrayed them, somebody left them just sort of standing there holding the key. It's like, okay, now what do I do? And you're just unsure of that because you're having your own internal battle. Okay, so this is at the center of your reading. Again, the number 5. It's very unstable. It's like you're fighting your own self. As I was sharing with somebody this week, we are sometimes our own worst enemies. Okay, sometimes we are telling ourselves to subconsciously walk in fear, walk in doubt, walk in things that need to be even leaving us. And the reason why is you've got beautiful things on one side, you've got, the past on the other side. 7 of Swords is about betrayal, sort of about somebody doing something sneaky, underhanded that wasn't expected. These energies, this is that theme through the month, is that unexpected things are happening, hopefully in the positive manner, but sometimes not. And so you have to really weigh what is important to you at this time. Somebody is just fighting themselves. Now, somebody might be in a battle with someone or maybe fighting over their job or a situation that they're trying to stand up for. It's not a comfortable situation, it's not a fun situation. But again, just remember that you're going to hit a wall and then things are going to get better. Hit a wall, things are going to get better. Things are going to grow that way. All right, so we also have the 7 of Swords there, and it's facing this. It's like almost somebody's lingering on, and is sort of like that toxic person that keeps reminding you. Try to keep forgetting about something, a bad situation or a bad relationship, but this person keeps coming and reminding, don't you remember when they did this? Because they want to keep that pot stirred. And this is not a healthy friend or a healthy relationship. So I don't know who that is for somebody or who that's for. However, they're strategizing, they're manipulating, okay, whoever that person is. And so they don't want you to move on. They don't want you to get past them. They want you to be with them. They, whether it's a friendship or whether it's a lover or whatever it is, it's like if I can keep them remembering negative, low vibrational things, then they'll stay where I am. But if you get rid of that person and you begin to think positive, yes, it leaves that person behind, but it also leaves that toxic energy. It leaves that toxicity behind. It's a really, really fine line that you have to do, especially if this person is close to you, because you again have the 2. I find this interesting. You have the 2 of Pentacles, trying to figure things out. This Virgo energy, trying to make more things more efficient, trying to analyze. But get this, guys, your second card is the 2 of Wands, and then your second to the last card is the 2 of Pentacles. Putting them together is number 4, and that is stability. So trying to figure things out, unlock the key, putting the fear away, allowing somebody to come into your life that you can trust, and getting rid of those people that you don't trust is going to be key. Why? Because your challenge card is the Knight of Swords. It's all about truth. Okay, this is all about truth. This is also about truth of being honest with yourself and where you're headed and where you're going. Okay, so you have to be honest with yourself where you want to go in the future. Again, we're in that theme this month, with all the different planets happening along with the new and full moon and the sun and everything, about this breakthrough, and then you end up hitting the wall. Breakthrough, hit the wall, breakthrough, hit the wall, stop, go, stop, go. So really pay attention to what you're doing, where you're going, and who you're doing it with. Again, with the Emperor as the authority there in your first card out, somebody is afraid to move forward. Somebody's definitely afraid to move forward because it's running backwards. This Knight is running backwards. It's not running towards, it's running to the past. So somebody has to break through from thinking about the past so much. and moving forward into the future and say, you know what, the past is the past. I can't change it. So let's continue to move forward. All right. So we see a lot of things being planted right now with the new moon. We have things that are opening up and opportunities. But this is somebody's going to have to trust their spirit into moving forward with that. Okay. And where you're going to take it. You're your own worst enemy. You've got the most beautiful sun sitting there saying, yes, go for it. Go for it. However, it's the sun is facing this person who is fighting themselves. Like, yeah, I know I should do it, but you know what? I just can't. Yes, you can. It's like you can fight against the low vibrations and the low energies. All right. So right now I'm going to do the earth signs and see what the new moon has to say for the earth signs and go from there. The Virgo energy is an awesome energy. It's also one that wants to sometimes be too perfectionist, not let things go, try to control things. Definitely want to sort of let things go and flow. Okay, that's that unlocking the key. We don't know what's like, when we pass on, we don't know what's on the other side. We're just going to go and unlock the key and see where it goes. Okay, so that's just where that is. All right. So let's go. Earth signs. Earth signs. Okay. So we have the Eight of Swords, death, and the new moon. So again, there is that unseen, that unknown, unlocking that key. That is a really good thing. The Eight of Swords, you got to let that past go, Virgos. You got to let those past go, Capricorn and Taurus. You got to let it go. Is trying to break away. Something is trying to break away. Something is trying to move forward. Something is trying to separate because there's something beautiful behind that door, okay, that key. So I'm not quite sure what that is, but you can't see it. This is something that you cannot see, that it's a supernatural energy that is trying to do it like a divine intervention, divine providence, that kind of a thing. And let's see what that might be pertaining to. Is that pertaining to love? Is that pertaining to health? Is that pertaining to career? What is that pertaining to? All right. And hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I got neighbors next door that are making a lot of noise. I'm going to move the mic a little bit closer. All right. So what is this pertaining to? Again, remember I was telling you that people want to go into it's sort of like when you hit fantasy and then reality sort of hits. This is where this is for the earth signs, is that you're moved forward, but then it's not what you really expected, so reality hits. So you didn't really see it coming. However, now you have to make a decision on what you're going to do. Okay, so this is this work? Is this a relationship? Or is this, are these upside down? Yes. Okay, so we have again the Emperor, the Ace of Pentacles, and then we have the Three of Wands. This is really in play with the Two of Wands, guys. This is something you've been thinking about. This is something that's moving forward. This is something that definitely is the energy of your future. I think it has to do with your work, because maybe somebody's going to be moving into a promotion, moving into management, moving into a higher level, whatever that is. Maybe it's from school to a job. Maybe it is from school to your passion of what you've been training for, that kind of a thing. However, it does have money involved. There's an opportunity for a career or money. And you see the gate below. Again, there's that key. You're going to have to open the door. It's only between you and divine that will do that. Now, that's going to be a really big thing for you guys. And you're not going to see what the future has to hold, earth signs, where you're going to be able to Just keep moving forward. And this new energy, this is the new moon energy. So you're in Virgo, okay? You're in the earth sign, you're in where you should be. And this is where you're going to plant seeds and grow. So where is it that you want to grow? Be careful where you plant the seeds. Be careful who you hang out with. Be careful who you associate with, and even where you spend all your energy and time. So if you play games all the time, that's great, but however, how much time? Because you could be wasting priceless time. Okay, time is priceless commodity that you'll never get back. Okay, and so what is it your future that you want to hold? So earth signs, it looks like more career. You definitely have somebody that you maybe need to go to. Again, we have the emperor twice for you guys. What you want to do, where you want to go, you do need to be talking to somebody about it, because unfortunately, you need to release more of your past. Okay, you need to let go and surrender that past, because it definitely is staying out there in the forefront and it's holding you back. I don't know whose past that is. I don't know what's going on with that, but it is definitely holding you back. All right. So that's the earth signs. So let's go to the fire signs. Ready? Fire signs. What do we have for our fire signs? Again, this deck is still really new. I love it, but it is slipperier than snot. Holy Toledo snot. You guys, don't forget too, if you're enjoying this, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all the subscriptions. Small channel, and that is just fine with me. But I would love to have your input, your comments, and things of that nature, where you're from. I would love to see where people are from. I enjoy that a lot because I love to travel. I love to learn about different cultures and everything. Alrighty, we're doing fire signs. Let's see what we got for the fire signs. Change. There's something. Yeah, there's a lot of change this month. However, this is good change. So we have the Tower, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and then we have the Five of Cups. Oh my goodness, fire signs. You guys are so about spontaneity. However, it's like when you let go of something, you're bored with something, you just sort of don't see the beautiful thing in it. So, Tower is your first card. Nine of Pentacles is your second. And then you have the Five of Cups. Oops, let me keep these here. I'm trying to listen to what Divine has to say. However, the new moon in energy is saying that there is a change coming. This is a change for the better, because the Nine of Pentacles is everything you've worked hard for, everything you've dreamed of, everything you've desired. The thing about the Nine of Pentacles I love is she's very humble. She still loves nature. She knows the value of money. She knows what it can do and she knows how it can destroy, but she's just got this beautiful, simple nature and she's humbled. So maybe there is somebody in your life that may have money or is working towards money, but saying, for my daughter and I talked about this a lot, is saying that, you know what, if I become rich, I'm not going to be like all these other people. Money does change people, but you can still stay humble. Okay. But somebody is holding themselves back again. Here we go with that five energy in the center of the new moon is where you're holding yourself back. Why? Fire energies. Fire, you are being pessimistic. Somebody is just being pessimistic rather than optimistic. So it's like, yeah, well, I'll never have that. Well, I can never do that. I'm not good enough to do that. You're looking at everything that has gone wrong rather than what is going right. Again, unlock that key. Again, trust your instincts, strategize. Take the risk if it's a healthy risk, because you're looking at everything you shouldn't be looking at, what you don't have rather than what you do have to work with. Okay. I don't know who this is for. However, definitely have to look into seeing what that's about. Now this could be about, again, this is definitely not all relationships are about money, but it could have something to do with growing your career. It could be something that maybe there's a move and you don't want to move, or there's something of that nature that you're just trying to figure things out. But you got to look at the positive, okay? Because here's your challenge. If you don't move, you're going to stay stuck. But you got to be honest with yourself. The swords. Yeah, again, another opportunity. Ace of Cups, opportunity. This will bring you love, peace, joy, contentment. This is the divine love, not the earthly happiness. Because there's a difference between happiness and joy. Whatever this is going to bring you joy. Joy is a supernatural, divine, something that you can't take away. Happiness can be taken away. You get a new car. I just saw it blew me away the other day. You get a new car, and I was driving home, and it was fully engulfed in flames. It was like going by a movie. I was like, "Are you kidding?" And it must have just happened because there was no fire trucks, no anybody around yet. Just some people standing outside and trucks, like regular trucks trying to help. But it was just all engulfed. They're happy they got a new car. Now they're sad because it's all burned up. The thing is that happiness comes and goes, where joy is something that you can hold on forever. All right. So, whatever this change is, just know that you can hold on to this joy forever. And yes, you've got possibly somebody is learning something or has learned something from the past, because again, we are looking at fantasy versus reality with the new moon, and also with Neptune and Venus that's happening. There's fantasy and sudden focus. There's a change of focus with the moon, especially on the 30th and 31st, because we got Venus quincunxing with Neptune, and Mars is quintrining with Neptune as well, and the moon moves into Scorpio. So there's a lot of energy right there to change things around. Okay, so whatever you're going through, it is going to change for the better. It just depends on your mindset, how you're looking at it. It is a learning process, and it is supposed to bring you joy and love and peace and happiness. All right. All right, fire signs. That is you. How about air? Let's go to air. I'm going to go to my air signs, and then we'll do water. All right. You guys, I'm a little tired today. It's been a long week, and usually you see me, oh my goodness, here. Wow. You usually see me really hyper and jumpy and stuff like that. It's been just a long, long week. Hopefully things are going to also, I'm at that hit the wall stage, so now I'm gonna hopefully have planted my seeds and keep going forward. Okay, so what we're looking at here again is the Death, the Moon, and the Queen of Cups. Now you've seen me shuffle. I shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. So again, there is another separation here. That means that something fantasy is breaking away and the reality is going to hit. Hopefully this is a good thing. But the moon is there again, and the Queen of Cups, you have to listen to your intuition. Okay, you have to listen to your intuition on whatever is you're going through. Definitely really want to pay attention to your intuition on this, because there's something behind the scenes that you can't see, um, that may be creating this separation of fantasy and reality. Okay, so this is something like, if if you sort of like go on a date and there's a red flag, but you sort of ignore it, it's you don't want to ignore the red flag, because that is trying to tell you something about that person that maybe is not in your best interest. So you really have to listen to this intuition that you can't see. This is definitely something that you cannot see, that is happening in the back. So really just be mindful again with this Virgo energy, with this new moon for the next few days or week, to be sort of analytical, um, pay attention to all the signs, the signals, and then also to listen to your intuition. If it doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. If it doesn't look like it's true, it probably isn't. Yeah, somebody's just stuck on their pride. This is if either a friend or a relationship. Okay, so somebody's stuck on their earthly pride. This is an earthly bound person. They're stuck on themselves. They're stuck into that. And so there might be a situation of separation here as far as friends and everything else. Just listen to your pay attention to your intuition. Um, it's sometimes we need to go away and figure things out to be able to come back more healthy. All right. So that is for you guys. All right, and then we'll go to water. we will go to water. Water, water. Where did my other cards go? All right. Let's go to water. Water signs. The Hierophant. Ooh, some spiritual energies again here. Water sign. The Knight of Wands. Moving forward. Oh, I like this because the Knight of Wands is moving towards the Hierophant. So somebody is actually open to their spirituality. They're thinking about it. They might be talking about it to somebody. Now, that could be if you have gifts or if you're not sure about something, you're definitely trying to figure things out. This could be a person that is changing their mindset from the world. That's starting with your head. That maybe they're moving to start to think as a mindset from their spirit. It's a night and day way to think, and if you think from here first, it gets you into all kinds of troubles. Life is a roller coaster. Things aren't right. Things are upside down. But if you listen to your spirit first, if you listen to divine and God first, and where you're supposed to be going, you'd be so amazed where you're guided. But somebody is really questioning their intuition. Okay, the Hierophant is the highest card. It's interesting because you have the Hierophant, but then you also have the Emperor is first, right? This is your first card, the Emperor, and then we have the Hierophant. But this is for you water signs. And what's interesting is the 5 is a sort of an unstable number. I call it like the novice number because when you're unstable, you're just not sure. It could be something that you're new with, could be something. And so when you start to talk about things that people don't understand, such as universe, dimensions, divine, energies, high vibration, low vibration, it's sort of hard. And so you've got to sort of look at some people are going to figure it out and some people aren't, who to talk to, how not to talk to them. But this is somebody that's working on their spiritual gifts. It's also not only that, it's just now they're questioning maybe the religion, maybe where we actually come from. This is somebody who is being touched supernaturally to question things, which is a beautiful thing, water signs. This is beautiful. This is really beautiful. And the Queen of Cups is there for you to listen to your spirit. Okay. This is water signs. This is for you guys to really pay attention to what your spirit's telling you, what your heart's telling you. And if you're not sure about something, if you're not, this is where that that's where that spiritual battle comes in. This is where you're fighting your own self. This is where you're your own worst enemy, is if you just give in to what your spirit is trying to tell you. Pay attention to it. You may not like it, but once you do what your spirit and divine is trying to tell you, you'll find out it's much better for your life than actually thinking from here and doing from here first. All right. So let me see if there's any more clarification that divine wants to come through with this new moon Virgo energy. If there's anything he wants to share with you water signs. Oh, yeah, here we go again. Separation. Separation is a good thing. Death is a separation, but this is a separation between what we're talking about with the Virgo energy and the new moon. That is the separation of fantasy and reality. Okay, death doesn't have to be a bad thing. Death can be, it's like, okay, well, I really wanted to do that. I really want to be an astronaut. You know what? I hate math. I hate science, but I really want to go study the stars or whatever. Well, that might not be the best thing for you. That's more fantasy, but there might be something in that industry that you might be able to do and enjoy it. So there you're going like, yeah, I'm going to be an astronaut, but you can't do science, chemistry, and all that kind of stuff. That's the fantasy part. Reality is NASA has all kinds of jobs, and maybe that would be something. This is just a hypothetical, okay? But we're talking about fantasy. It's like, oh yeah, I want to marry this 6-foot guy. Oh, I really like, whatever. And then you're dreaming, but then reality hits. Oh yeah, there's no ever way I'm going to ever meet that person. So definitely you're looking into that in that matter. So separation is a good thing. Separation can be something to make you think. Again, we're in the Virgo energy. We're being analytical. We're being um, effective in our thinking and moving forward. Just remember, there's that breakthrough and hit the wall. Stop, go, stop, go. So whatever seed you're planting today, plant it in a positive way. Make sure that the foundation, that your earth is, your dirt is very healthy. It's been cultivated. There's air, there's water, there's nutrients in it. Whatever it is, make sure you've done your research. Virgos are all about analyzing and research and making sure that things are on the up and up and you know what you're doing before you get started. And that also tells you if you really want to do it. Okay, that's just pretty much where that is. Okay, and then the last card we're going to pull is, of course, the moon energies and see what that has to say. This is the universe and the planets out there. A lot of Venus action, a lot of Mercury action, Uranus and Jupiter. Holy Toledo. So many things happening along with the sun in conjunction. Alrighty. This is that energy. And I can't make this stuff up. This is that energy we were talking about. You want to move forward, but you want to get away from the past. Okay, so what do you need to release? What is the past thing that you need to remove and release? Is just release it, surrender it, give it up to the universe, give it up to God, give it up to who you believe your creator is, and watch the key unlock a door that is exciting. It's nervous energy, but it's exciting energy because this is something very beautiful that divine is trying to give you. All right. That is the new moon energy in Virgo. I hope this was helpful. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, of course. I hope you enjoyed this and you watch more videos of mine. Don't forget to walk in absolute truth and love. Take care now.